Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. So I am currently pre-pooing my hair. That's why my hair looks like this. Ignore it. So today I am going to be making wax melt. I'm trying to prepare for lunch and I'm going to be making 2 scents that I have tested. I actually tested like 6 scents, but I gave it out to people to try, so I'm still waiting for a reply on those, and 3 of them have been confirmed. But I have a very tiny working space. I am working in my bedroom so I have a tiny working space. I can only make 2 scents at a time, so that's what I'm going to make. Probably tomorrow I'll make a different scent too. So I just want to bring you guys through the process so you see how I make them. I have laid out the clamshells on the table already. If you haven't watched my video on my setup tour, be sure to check it out. I have a tiny setup. This is how far I can get my tripod to go. That's why it looks like I am like my head is cutting off a little bit, but I just want to do the introduction and then I'll bring you guys to the table. So you probably wouldn't see my full body throughout because it is hard. My bedroom is pretty full, so it's hard to set up the tripod at an angle that I can't make you see me and what I'm doing. So we'll focus on what I'm doing more. So yeah, let's jump into it. So right now I am going to put in the wax in my Presto pot, so I'm going to show you guys that. So let's just jump into it and see the whole process. Okay. Okay guys, sorry you can really see everything, but yeah, I put my waxes in this little container that I got from Walmart. I believe 2 was $5. So I have my tat wax inside. If you're wondering the kind of wax that I'm using the TW30. I'll leave the link in the description. It's from California Candle Supplies. And then I have this little device I use to cut the wax. This is a way harder wax, so it's a little harder to cut. But yeah, I'm going to be making 15 clamshell each. So I'm going to be weighing out like 6 pounds. That is a little too much for 30 clamshells, but I am making samples as well, so I don't mind a leftover. I really do not mind the leftover. If it's leftover, I just use it to make samples as well. So I'm going to weigh out 6 pounds of the wax. So I already added some to the Presto pot. I wasn't able to get the whole quantity, so I'm just going to be adding them a little bit. I'm not sure how much wax this Presto pot can hold, but I'm just going to be adding it a little by little. It's already melting, so and one thing, do not leave the Presto pot cover on the Presto pot when you are heating the wax, because it can evaporate and then generate a liquid, and the liquid will go into your wax. You really do not want that. So this Presto pot was a Presto pot that I got in college, and we barely used it. My friend and I got it, we barely used it, and I brought it home. So when I started this candle thing and I realized I could use it, I was so happy. So I just cleaned it off and I'm using it. I have used it before, and it's in perfect condition. I have not modified it, even though I got the items to modify it yet. My lazy ass could not get to it. So when I finally modify it, I will be so happy to do that. So I'm just gonna allow the wax to melt. I'm going to show you guys my setup right now, the clamshell and everything. This is what I got over here. The clamshells are all set up, 15 for each set, and then 15 for the other side. So what I did was, because my table is really small, I put the other ones in here, so it kind of just make me get space. And then I have my samples over here. So these are like 1 ounce jar, 1 ounce eco-friendly plastic jars, and I was looking for actually for 0.5 ounce, but these are the 1 ounce that I found, and I will be using it until I'll be using this until I found the 0.5 ounce. So yeah, I'm trying to make like 20 samples each, so that's what I'm doing now. So I'm going to go measure my fragrance oil. I use a blend of fragrances. So today I'll be using vanilla, Jamaica, maybe crazy, and I have to look into my notes. So while I wait for the wax to melt, I need to do my calculation for my fragrance and also get out my colors. Okay, so if you're wondering why I set the Presto Pot to, okay, ignore the wax on the scale. I make candles, it's meant to be messy, okay? So if you're wondering why I set the Presto Pot to, so I usually set it to like almost in between 1 and 200, if that will focus. It's not focusing, but almost in between 1 and 200. So yeah, it's melting now. Okay guys, I use this to measure this small scale to measure my fragrance oil, and then I usually use these cups too, but when I start to make like way larger batches, I will be using like a glass bottle that I bought from Amazon to do it instead, but as of right now I'm just using this. So I'm using this larger pouring pitcher because I want to do 3 pounds at a time. So I'm actually measuring everything in grams instead of like ounces. So that's what I'm going to be measuring. I'm going to be measuring 1400 grams. So the wax is at 195. To get like the perfect lemon yellow, I add 1 cube of this yellow dye from California Candle Supply. I'll leave everything in the description. I use 1 cube for 1 pound, so this is 3 pounds, so I'm going to add 3 to it. Now that the color is all dissolved, I'm going to check the temperature, and it's at 184. I'm going to let it drop a little to like 170, and then I'll add the fragrance oil. So I'm just going to be stirring slowly. So this is like 175. I'm going to go ahead and just add my fragrance oil now. I usually just blend it in this cup together, but the amount that I'm using cannot fit into the cup, so I'm doing it like 2 separate measurements. And be careful with these cups, they can sip. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's trying to leak through. So I'm going to stir it for like a minute, and then I'll pour. Okay you guys, I'm ready to pour. Done pouring. I did not show myself pouring this one because it was getting messy. I was able to pour these individual ones pretty clean. But then I made a mess over here. This is the reason why I have this on here. See what I'm doing? And so I can just take it off when I make a mess. And then with the clamshell, my hands were not steady. I think the next time I'll probably use a smaller pitcher because I started to get tired in my arms. So yeah, I made mess as well. But some of these clamshells are going to go to friends, so but I do plan on using a heat gun to just clean it up a little bit, just to make it neat. But this is how the yellow looks. It is a very, very pretty color, and I love it. And that is that. And so I have some over here too. See the mess I made? Yeah. So yeah, probably next time I do plan on buying something to pour it. There's this, I believe, a pancake something. When I buy it, I'll show you guys. So yeah, that's all the melt for today. I am excited. I will be making more tomorrow once I clear this area. You guys, it gets really messy once you make them. So yeah, this is my mess. I need to clean it up, and then once this dry, I will clean it up, label them. I haven't made my label yet, but then I do just I'll keep them separated in my bin over there, so like they don't get confused. And also I do keep notes of everything that I do, the temperature, I add something. I have this notebook that I keep notes of everything, just to make everything consistent and cohesive. So yeah, I write down notes. So okay guys, that was me trying to make my first wax melt order in the clamshell in my room. And you guys, I wish I have a bigger space, but I don't. I do not want to make it outside, like in our kitchen, when like my parents are walking around and stuff like that. So, and mostly I do my stuff in my room. I really like my privacy. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You use what is available to you. You fake it till you make it. So this is what I'll be using now. I use in my room. I said it a million times. I like it here, my little chambers. Hopefully I'll be able to move soon, and then I'll have a dedicated place for my candles. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to thumbs up. And yeah, so that's how I make my wax melt. I measure everything in grams, and then I do like my temperature to drop to like 170 before I add the fragrance oil. And then after stirring for 1 minute, I then go ahead and pour it. So yeah, that's all I do. My labels are coming in. I'm still designing them. I ordered them from online label. They are coming in. I'm still making the design, and I'll print it out and put it on the wax melt. So yeah, I will announce my launch date pretty soon. I just want everything to be solid. I want to be sure when exactly I'm going to launch, but it's going to be in November. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for watching me make wax melt. I am getting tired. My knees are getting tired. So I'll catch you in my next video. So until I see you in my next video, stay blessed and beautiful.